You won't be playing for Giants.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Tap. 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
People, I don't want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you. Hey, Haywood!
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the... The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Tavon Austin. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Because it's my ex-girlfriend's cousin. She can hit me up at any time.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. A 1st down throw for Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Prescott now from the 50. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 64 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And now running right through it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And here's a good way to kick off the drive, complete over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And oh, it's blocked. And the Giants have got him. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The 2nd half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Now Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Elliott. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
Crunch time, defense.
Prescott looks to throw on first. This will be caught at about the 6. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Golden Tate's gonna go. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Rosas now to add the PAT. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a...
And this is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play here for Dallas. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On the draw, this is Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense.
Got a kick return.
That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Rosas' kick is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Okay, Dak.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
The same thing you've done all season. And that's why
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
With the Redskins.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Cooper again the target, and it's third down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Check, 93's the mic, 90.
Go. Squeeze, double.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Let's go.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, I-7.
Jones now throwing again. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
That's all this dude's going to do.
Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on? And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants
like we've been working on pass block
Lorenzo
all fucking
Carter.
year.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Christ, man.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Prescott now. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. Touchdown, Cowboys. Randall Cobb, 85 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away.
This dude's getting everything handed to him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
On a fucking silver platter.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counting.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being interception.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They go to Elliott again. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper.
There you go, Cooper.
10 more there and another first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Prescott now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them to put the pressure on them.
This is Elliott, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I hate this one.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Okay,
that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And an alley to run. And he works free. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
15-1. 15-1. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
Watch the shot.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Jones operating from the gun. Gets this one to his running back, Wayne Gallman. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Prescott on first down. That one complete to Elliott. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. John Jenkins in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He's back to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. It's a gain of 34. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right?
Please God tell me he did, because
that's a
that
tough
was just
situation
nasty.
for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is,
What do you
that
think,
ball was
bro?
not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on football.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these guys make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
I really fucking hate these play calls, bro.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check.
Back to throw. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on?
Yeah, I'm scared to...
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee.
over the
As
top.
they'll start at the 21-yard line.
He's going to hit Saquon. 2 timeouts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw.
God,
And he
pick
can't
it
corral
off.
it. That would have
Come on,
wrapped him up
yo.
if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Bitch.
Now a third down
You
throw.
didn't think I saw a
misses
fucking
the
cross there? I
target,
left it wide open for
incomplete.
you to bait into it, you stupid motherfucker. Fucking retard. That was just retarded. Like, why the fuck would you do that? Knowing I'm sitting here lurking it.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, I'm coming. Check 55 to Mike. Go.
Here's Jones throwing on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now they burn the timeout.
God.
And they're kind of in that gray
I knew
area
I should have
where
went
they
man-to-man,
might
but I
be
didn't
able
want
to
to.
get 2 plays
I
in,
didn't want
but
to try
maybe
it.
just
Not in that
one
situation.
play left in this ball
He's got
game.
me
We'll see.
really fucking
Fourth
bad.
down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
You drop Parker. Defense.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy
You have to take a
territory.
heave now.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
The only thing he can do now is shoot deep. I'm going to play prevent, and then we'll come up and make the tackle.
And
That's
right
the
now, with
best
all
option I got.
rests on the
He's
right
gonna
foot
kick
of
it?
Aldrich Rosas.
Are you
This to
shitting me
advance to the
right now?
divisional round.
He
And
missed
this
it.
is no good.
He missed it.
He missed the field
He
goal
missed it.
try, and they are out here in the wild card round. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament,
shit,
as they
dude.
like to
He
call it.
almost kicked it.
Wild card
He
divisional
almost
doesn't
got
matter
it.
to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long
Oh my
from
God.
Arlington.
That's a fucking game for the ages.